Question number 6, Jonathan Young.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Energy and Resources and asks, how has the electricity market improved under this government?
Honourable Simon Burgess.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Since the government's reforms of 2010, consumers have seen a fundamental change in offerings and discounts available to them from retailers. Advertised prices tell only part of the overall price story. Whilst a rarity in 2008, prompt payment and on-down discounts are now commonplace, as is aggressive behaviour by retailers to win and retain customers. Consumer switching has hit record levels for good reason. For example, consumers can save around $300 a year by switching from the dearest to the cheapest provider in Auckland.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Jonathan Young.
What progress has been made on security of supply?
Mr Speaker,
Honourable Simon Bridges.
Much needed investment has been made to our national grid, investment that keeps the lights on. Transpower is reaching the end of a multi-billion-dollar investment in projects like the $672 million upgrade of the high-voltage Cook Strait cable. This investment is already making a difference. In 2008, there were nearly 25 unplanned system minutes lost. Each system minute lost equates to turning off a city the size of Hamilton for about 40 minutes. In the last year, there has been just 7 system minutes lost, the lowest since the mid-2000s.
Supplementary question, Jonathan Young.
What progress has been made on renewable electricity generation?
Honourable Simon Bridges.
Mr Speaker, renewable electricity generation goes from strength to strength under this government. We have seen renewable generation rise from 65% in 2008 to 75% today, which makes us the 4th in the OECD with no need for government subsidies or intervention. All generation currently being built is renewable, as is the majority of consented generation. In fact, we have 30 years of consented renewable generation waiting to be built.
A point of order, Gareth Hughes.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I seek leave to table research provided to me from the Parliamentary Library, which shows this is a smaller proportion than we had in 1980 or 1990.
Order. No, the member's simply using this as a debating point. Question number 7. Supplementary question, David Sheriff.
Thank you, Mr Speaker.
Point of order.
Mr Speaker, whatever the member from the Green Party did, he is nevertheless entitled to seek leave to table a document.
Order. He sought leave. I wasn't even prepared to put the leave because it was simply a means of completing the debate. If he wants to take a supplementary question to have the debate, that's okay. I'm not prepared to put the leave. David Sheriff. Point of order.
With respect.
I can only hear from one of you.
I'm on my feet.
Right Honourable Winston Peters.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. The fact is that I always understood that when a member sought leave, and we did it within the standing orders, then it had to be put.
And I'll hear from the Honourable from Materia Turu.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. As far as I understand, there are no rules in the standing orders that say that a member cannot stand up and seek leave to table a document where it contains content relevant to the debate at hand. And that is what my colleague Gareth Hughes was doing.
Order.
So therefore leave should be put.
I'll hear from the Honourable Jerry Brownlee.
Mr Speaker, while that might have been a common practice, there were a number of changes made by the previous Speaker about the way in which things could be tabled, largely, I think, driven by some very frivolous points of order and attempts to table material between the period 2005 and 2008. A action that I was very, very familiar with. And no names required. And I think perhaps Mr Peters has not been made aware of that, and perhaps Mr Materia has not quite understood the change.
Order. I need no further assistance. I made a substantial ruling on the 19th of February last year, which again was on one occasion questioned by the Right Honourable Winston Peters, and I gave him a second copy of that ruling, and if he needs a third copy, I'm happy to give it to him today. I will not see the use of tabling of documents as simply making political points. I make a decision as to whether I will allow the leave to be put to the House, and the House then makes the ultimate decision if I decide that it's worthy and informative to members. The matter has been well and truly traversed over the last year, and that is my final decision on this
Point
matter.
of order.
Point of order, Gareth Hughes.
Sir, I don't seek to draw this out or challenge your ruling, but I would refer you to Standing Order 1, which has been commonly defined throughout this Parliament's history. This House is the master of its destiny. This House can seek leave and make a decision.
Order. And the member is now challenging my ruling. I refer the Minister to Speaker's ruling 1491. Supplementary question, David Shearer.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. To the Minister, on what date did he write to electricity companies about the record number of power disconnections that occurred last year, as reported by Radio New Zealand?
Speaker,
Honourable Simon Bridges.
I can't recall the specific date. I think you'll find it was either end of September, early October, certainly in the fourth quarter of last year.
Question number 7, Honourable Annette King.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question's to the Minister of Health. What recent reports has he received of staff shortages